Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome in. How's it going? Good to see you guys. Welcome. We made it to Wednesday. Halfway through the week already. And it's only been one day. It's kind of weird. What's up, Discipline? Good morning. Good morning. For Nurky, how's it going? Lance, opening tunes always make me feel like I'm playing Sonic. For real. This is one from the YouTube audio library. JD, I couldn't sleep. I hate my dream sleep patterns. Yeah, trading does take years off your life. 100%. What's up, Scott B? Good morning. Good morning. Start up some tunes today. I forgot to shut my door. Hold on one second. All right, you guys taking any trades today? Looks like the FOMC is today at 2. So the market may be overall slow up until then. Maybe pennies or small caps will go up until that point, or if something has good news. But usually on Fed days lately, it's been pretty slow. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. Hopping in first thing. Anything come out at 8 a.m.? Let's look. Couple things. It's one of those things that you really don't know if it's going to catch until it catches. Need to turn the sound back up though on the scanner so we hear it. Hear the trade ideas in the background. There's the news. Works waking up a little. Was already one of the more active pre-market tickers. Okay, let's check that out. We can go ahead and flip over.
AMTI.
Okay. WORX. Did this have news after hours? No, this is this morning. Let's see. Works. What's today? The 6th? No. It did have news yesterday at 5:14. Common stock purchase agreement with an institutional investor. So usually that's decent news. Nothing like specifically crazy. So that's up at 90 cents now. Let's look at the daily. It's up 46%. That's pretty good. Daily was sold off big time. So we're up around 90, 91 cents right here. Going to be resistance at 1. Always is. Over that, maybe 120. But the news wasn't phenomenal. You know, it's good news. But it's not phenomenal. I wouldn't even think it would be good enough to be up 50%, but it is. Let's see. Yeah, it's pushing right now. So it may push that $1 test within the next minute or so. What else is on the gainer list? I think ENJY was from yesterday. I'll pull it up down here. So that started randomly running, or at least I think it was random. I was already gone for the day. So yeah, randomly running. Those are the best. Those are my favorite. Complete nonsense out of nowhere. But started running at around 230, 240 yesterday. Ramped from 16 cents to 25, down to under 20, up to 35. And now in pre-market's up to 60. And it's one of those just because it's so cheap type things. I don't know if it's getting pushed. I don't know if it's got a newsletter. Sorry. I don't know if it's got news coming, but it's straight out of nowhere. IFRX has FDA news. Okay. Yeah, a little bit of Wix. Let's pull up the news for everybody to see. So here is IFRX's news. Receives FDA fast track designation for the treatment of ulcerative pyoderma. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that one. But basically, the treatment of some disease with ulcers. So fast track designation is usually pretty good news. Lately, it hasn't been reacting fantastically. But this chart, as you see, is oversold. As is everything. And it was actually flagging on the daily up till now. So, I mean, it could make a push if it wanted to maybe, you know, 175, 190, $2. Gonna need the volume though, but yeah, that's there. EVFM yesterday, we were talking about it yesterday morning. At open, it went under 90, and I was like, okay, this thing looks like it's finally giving up. And they hammered it. They hammered it right back up here. Went to 98 within seconds. So it was like 90 to 98 within 2 candles. And then down to test 90 again. They hammered it again. So they held 90 again. And that was it. Went up to 114 again. So this thing is in play. The daily is in play. The daily looks really good now. Like, look at that daily. Closed over the 50. So like over 115, 120 today. Might start to make the push up to, you know, the body here at 140 or 150 res. Depends on what kind of day we're looking at, you know, what other stocks have news, etc. But if nothing comes out today, I could see EVFM going. What's up, AC? Good morning. Sorry I missed you. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Yeah, yesterday I left at like 10:30. I think I hit my goal. And all I really traded was CLVS, which I said was my top watch. It was falling off hard, but I waited till right here. It was falling off, went below the 50 or the 200 on the 5, and then had this hammer candle. So I took a position right around here, ended up getting out like up in here. So I made like 15 cents-ish. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And I looked, I saw everything else looked terrible, so I was like, I'm out. Catch you later. My wife has done like 80% of it, but we were painting Zoe's room yesterday, and we're trying to get that ready, getting the crib in there and all that, even though, I mean, it is early, but, you know, you can't be prepared too early. So we're getting all that stuff set up. Put in a ceiling fan in there. It had just a regular light fixture. Getting ready for the new baby. But yeah, CLVS, I'm kind of sad it did this yesterday. I mean, it might be setting up for a 3-bar in the daily, which we were talking about yesterday. Like, you know, is it going to break up? Is it going to have a full fail day? Or is it going to do a 3-bar day? So set up for the 3-bar day. It did close under the 200. And as you see, no. So they're not sharing a room. We have the house. Yeah. So the house has a Jack and Jill set up. And if you don't know what that means, it's 2 rooms that have a bathroom that's shared. And that's where they're going to be. So it's going to be way easier for us and nice for them. Have I not told you guys? I'm sorry. Yeah, the baby's name's going to be Zoe. Z-O-E. Yep. My bad. We don't have a middle name yet, but Zoe is definitely the first name. And as you see on CLVS, this is very important. It actually came down to this wick level and held above it on the daily, 240. It is below it right now, but I mean, it could, maybe it has a 2 candle pullback and then goes. It could 3 bar today, but the daily's still in play. The daily's absolutely still in play. This looks a little weaker now. Well, I said Zoe. That's probably where Fernurky got it from.
GHSI 4 FSR works.
I need something a little more upbeat this morning. Wake us all up. I will say this is the best playlist by far that I found. Hey, what's up, Afam? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Yeah, I did just say it for Nerky. Works high of day. So Works is really pushing, huh? This has been a pumper favorite in the past, but that's interesting that this got such a volume spike at 8. RVSN just had news, launched long-term pilot program with Rio Tinto. That's why I hit the scanner. That's a penny stock too. Yeah, that's weird. Let me look at Works News again. Make sure I didn't miss something.
TIGR.
Have the right but not the obligation to issue and sell to the investor up to $5 million worth from time to time. That's not that good. That's really not that good. Not worth 65%. Worth a pump, maybe. Right now, it's just Works, FOM. That's what we're watching. It's really the only thing up. So it's over 1 hanging around. That's weird.
IRNT.
Yeah, moving for no reason, for real. I mean, it has the PR enough to, spike it, but buying $5 million worth, which in the overall financial world is not that much, from time to time, so not even right now, and there's no obligation to do it in the first place. So, yeah. Hold on one second.
More.
All right. So back under $1 here. Big red volume stick here. Highest volume stick of the day was red, so there's that. Um, 98 might hold though, because it was resistance. Now it might be the support level. Not super interested in trying this, but it could hold. Let's see. Wow, RVSN, the spread is insane. But that's the one that just recently had news a second ago. Yeah, I guess that was the scoop zone for it to hold over previous support or previous resistance.
NAAC.
Let me pull up the level 2 on this chart. Yeah, it's not that heavy. It's a thinner one. Must be a hidden ask at 1 though, because it shows only 2K and it's getting hit really hard. Yeah, it's acting like it wants to go down, just because of the way this ask keeps getting refreshed here. Now it's at 25, 27K.
IMT. SFBT. SFBT. SFBT.
SFAT. $75K load for some reason. 80K load. What am I missing? No news. Benzinga Pro exclusive. Safety Group sees Q2 revenue around 4.6 million, up 150% year over year. Sees first half revenue over 8.6 million, up 175% year over year. The old BZ exclusive, baby. So that's why that got loaded. Sometimes the news is delayed on these, and actually it'll come out at like 8:30 now, the SFAT news. So watch SFAT, because Benzinga had their little exclusive PR come out. I don't know how they get these PRs so early. Like, what's the benefit of the company giving it to Benzinga first? It's getting bought up. Hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. All right. So they're just anticipating, I guess, the SFAT to get the news at 8:30. So what it looks like. That does happen a lot for Benzinga exclusives. You know, they'll release the PR like 5, 6, 7 minutes early. But you got to think, like, don't buy it after the PR because people that are loading it now are going to be looking to sell. But yeah, that news, that's the only way I saw it was from Twitter. Benzinga Pro exclusive.
OCFT.
So I would not be shocked at all to see it come out. Yeah, King Clan, I am trading pre-market. Right now, I'm not actively trading just because I don't really see anything worth trading. But yeah, we take trades in pre-market, absolutely. They've just been few and far between the last few days because pre-market's been so slow. You got to wait till open just to see volume lately. Let's see what SPY's doing this morning. So SPY is hanging on to 380. Had a big bounce yesterday from 373, 374 level again. So now the daily is set up. If FOMC doesn't absolutely kill it today, where did my pattern go? It's set up to test the channel here, the top of the channel. So maybe push to 390, 395 soon. Unless FOMC today just absolutely kills it and we head down this way. We've made a higher low in now on the daily. Of course, we did this before. I mean, we went down. That was lower, but ended up making a higher low here just a couple days later. This is more of a significant higher low because it happened days later. So we went down, bounced, and then came up and bounced at a higher level. So that's more of a true higher low on the daily on SPY. So unless something very detrimental comes out today, I could see us coming up in the next few days and testing the top of this trend, 390 to 395. Doesn't mean we're going to break it, and we could very well do what we did here, get super tight on it, and then absolutely fall off a cliff. ENJY is on zero news, KNG Clan. Yep, I pulled it up a little bit earlier. That started at 230 yesterday. Or 250, sorry, from 16 cents. Got loaded here, reloaded, loaded again, and they just keep sending it up and up and up on zero news. So, as you see, the daily, it looks like maybe recent IPO or like a D-SPAC. I'm not sure exactly what this ticker is. I haven't traded it before, but it's got the chart of it, either a D-SPAC or a recent IPO.
NWG.
And it's fallen from, $10, $11 range back in November all the way down to 16 cents. So it was due, a bounce, I guess, but it's got a gap to around 70, 71. And then the 50 SMA is at 53, which is what we're screwing around with right now. So it's going to get through the 50 SMA. The daily does have range, but it has no news. It has no reason to be up. Snags, what's up? Good morning. Welcome. You ready to scalp your heart out today? I know you're going to have up, what is it, Sandal? SNDL. SNDL is your favorite, and so is XELA, right? XELA is so cheap. XELA is so cheap. So what I'm looking at this current moment, KNG, is Works. It's up on fluffy news, but it's getting decent action. Went up over $1, now pulling back to the 9 in VWAP. So if it holds this zone, it could push a little higher again. It really doesn't have great news to support it, but that's not really necessary lately. What else was it? SFET. Actually, the news should be coming out right now. I don't know why it's not yet. Is my news delayed?
SFET.
May have to reset my news.
MTTR.
Whoops. All right, so I got to reset my news real quick. Hold on 1 second. Okay, there's the 8:30 news. SFET news at 8:30. Absolutely.
STR.
So exactly the BZ exclusive, exactly what we were just talking about, had the news, just came out. So SFET is one to watch just because it has a really good headline. But it was, the news did come out on Benzinga several minutes ago. So is that it? I mean, if it was already public news when the actual PR comes out, that might be it. But we got SFAT, and then we'll start going back to after Works and SFAT go to things that ran recently. Like CLVS, the daily is absolutely still in play. It sold off a lot yesterday, but if it can hold this range, 230, 240, push back up, it can 3-bar in the daily. What else was that? EVFM. Today might be the day of the big breakout because the daily is absolutely set up. So if we can get through like 115 to 125 level, this thing could push 150 today with volume. Needs big volume though because it's a heavier one. Depends on the stock. Lately I've sized way down just because the market's been so terrible, but anywhere from 2,500 to 10,000 shares. Like a $1 stock, I'm more likely to buy 10,000 shares, but like a $5 stock, I'm more likely to buy like 2,500. Just because the price is around the same that way. But I'm not putting much money on the line lately. Snacks, you want to start pricing scalps off of AMC today? That's not a bad idea, especially if you're good at reacting to the market. And surprisingly, AMC did not follow it yesterday. It had been following it very closely, but it did not have the bounce that SPY did. So it may be due a bounce day today. But the daily, it was set up, it was flagging on the daily and ended up failing the flag. What's up, Davin? Good morning. Welcome in. How's it going? That's interesting. That's a good PR. I missed that at 8:30. So INN had news. EVOK had a patent. SFAT had the PR.
CGEN.
Damn.
UMC.
This thing's getting hit. They're trying their best to walk it back down, though. Yeah, they're going to walk it back down. Well, maybe not. Yeah, they keep trying to walk it down. So I had a big pop there, and then 10K, 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 10K. Walk it down, walk it down, walk it down. So somebody does not want this popping right now. That either means that shorts are super aggressive on the stock and they're always watching it, or it means that whoever wanted in did not get loaded in yet. Let's see another 10K ask. Very, very aggressive on the ask. Oh my gosh. So that popped through, looked like it was going to break out, and then bam, they just smacked it down. SPRC, you said? Yeah, buyback program of up to $1 million. So not huge again, but that's been the news lately. Buyback program. So that's worth a watch. Works is hanging on to the 9 and VWAP here. Don't know if it'll make another push or not. I don't trade large caps that often, and large caps aren't going to move that big like in pre-market anyways. But if I do trade large caps, I'm trading either like Apple, Nvidia. That's about it. I mainly just go to Apple, Nvidia. Sometimes I'll go to Snapchat when it's delayed, because Snapchat is usually delayed sometimes. So I'll just buy those on margin, because Nvidia like makes, it went from 140.5 yesterday almost to 150. So I made a $10 move yesterday, intraday, which is pretty big. But I'm a small cap first guy, and then I'll move to large caps if everything's dead. That's how I've always traded.
ICL.
So SFAT doing exactly what we thought. Sometimes I'll trade SPY. I'll trade SPY options. That's something that I've never really gotten into that much, but I'll scalp SPY options sometimes. IINN is running, Scott. What's up, Scott? I don't think I said good morning to you this morning. Yeah, INN had the news a second ago. I had it pulled up. I actually took a quick scalp on it, but it was acting very strange. So it's looking like they wanted to get their shares cheaper instead of it being shorts. So it's actually back up to the $2 range now. Normally I'd be looking, on these type of stocks to come up, wait for it to show its face here at 198 and then enter through 198. But those have been fake outs lately. I'm about afraid to take a push through. You can't really buy a breakout much anymore. You got to buy the pullback. You got to buy the bottom. Yeah, see, I missed it. Tried to time it up and I missed it. That's actually a correct reaction, though. That's exactly what you want to see, and that's why I do what I do. It was slow, 195, 196, 197. And then 198, as soon as it showed its face, it got destroyed and popped 12 cents. I think trading pre-market's actually riskier. You can't set a stop loss. The bids and asks are way thinner. The moves are way more volatile. But that's when the fresh news comes out. Be right back, guys.
SPRC, CBIO. EOSE. More. WEAT.
All right, sorry guys, I was getting Noah a bottle. All right, so INN pulling back a little bit. Couldn't break through the pre-market high 217. ENJY still hanging around 50, 52. Works is now under 90. So that didn't hold up.
SLNO.
So somebody must have called this at 8 a.m. because it just got 3 green candles and that was the end of it. Let's see what else we got. KZIA. Do I have news? KCI US FDA awards rare pediatric disease designation. That's not bad for cancer. Oh, ENJY is okay. It's 000 or whatever you want to say. 4 zeros. Yeah, I don't understand why that you can't move the matrix on some of these. I really don't. SFET just hanging around here. Up 13%. Works is back to 90. I'm gonna put Works down here now. Any with the volume spike. Annie's so way off too. It's due a bounce day as well.
BOXL.
It's got a gap to fill from 80 to 90-ish. This used to be a Bitcoin play, and then they canceled their merger with Bitcoin, so I don't even know what they are now. They're some type of software. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me this morning. Beginning of July, we're in summer. Market's slower, but you guys are still here. It'll pick back up when we get to the fall. Getting everything tweaked now, you know, getting the channel set up, getting everything how I like it. And then by the time the market heats up, we'll be doing it real good. RMAT is the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a pretty cheap one.
FTI.
That ran recently. I remember that running. That was yesterday, right? Yeah, I think I had a PR yesterday morning. Oh, there's INN. Pushing up towards high of day. It actually broke through high of day there for a second. So, see if they turn this candle red now. That would be the cherry on top. Let it push through high of day. Biggest volume candle of the day, and the candle red. Okay, no. But they did close it under 210. SFET down to 53, 54 level. Surprised it didn't really hold up at all. That was a good earnings from at least the headline. Unless they just lost like a ton of net loss, you know. So this is just screwing around here. 209, 210. You really don't like to see this candle here, but then it had the candle, the next candle went down to 2 and hammered back up. So it's getting very wicky on both sides on II and N. As soon as it breaks back through 210, the ass comes down. I'm thinking this falls, but I was thinking it fell way before it has yet. So it's held up better than I thought. And I've said this before, but anything I say, take it with a grain of salt, because this is just from my experience. It's not from professional experience. It's not from license. You know, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have all the answers. It's just from the things I've saw since 2016. So we're pulling back a little bit here. Low 2s.
MTMT.
Not a huge fan of the action on this today at all.
PON. Pick.
Surprised nothing's in play right now. Coming up towards 9 o'clock. Usually something is in play. I mean, I guess this is in play, but not great action. So Works is trying to break below 86 now. ENJY is still around 51 cents.
CELZ.
Works is trying to hold this level. It keeps bouncing every time it looks like it's going to fail. Bids are super thin though. So if you get in at 91, let's say you take 5,000 shares, you can't get out until 87. Okay, so this is preliminary results. So they're not even talking about like overall loss and stuff like that. But good guidance and good earnings, or good revenue at least, on SFET. What the hell was that?
HOFB.
Did you guys just see that? This thing was sitting at 90 cents. It had like a 20K ask at 91 cents, and it just got bought up to 103 on 300K volume. What are you doing? Did somebody fat finger that? Oh my gosh. Now there's bids coming in. Bid, bid, bid. Okay. And this was just on that 5 million buyback from time to time, not guaranteed news. Who just added that many shares? That was a monster pre-market swipe. You don't see that very often. From 91 to 103. They literally market bought. They did a limit that high. They had to have. But from 91 to 103. Just gonna rest this bid. Rest literally what I got for even. Ah, they already pulled the bid. Okay, I got out. Made 95 whole cents, baby. And like I've told you guys before, a lot of my trading has to do with timing. I try to get in to where it's gonna go up. And of course, a lot of people want to do that, but you get in and you're risking a bid and they pull that bid, then the trade that I got in for is over, even though they're putting bids in now. But you can't risk any in pre-market because that bid could have got smashed and we're back to 90 in seconds. If you guys take a trade for a particular reason, keep it for that reason. If that reason goes away, cut it. If it goes up afterwards, you learn from that mistake. But you also aren't having to worry about a loss because you followed your plan. There's some decent bids in here. Something's going on with this thing. Not exactly sure what it is, but something is going on with this thing. Appreciate the likes on the videos, guys. Or the video, sorry. Appreciate y'all being here, hanging out with me this morning. We don't have much to talk about, but we do have a few things. Works in play. SFAT had news and then didn't have news, and then it did have news on earnings. INN has news. That's all stuff from today. And then CLVS is still in play. EBFM still in play.
VOXL.
You guys seen anything else that I have missed? I hear any hitting the scanner again. Something tells me they might run that today just because of how cheap it is, but it's so thin. Oh my gosh. The biggest ask up until 70 cents is 1,000. Lola KZIA had news. Yeah, I think I talked about that a second ago. I'll pull it back up though for you. So KZIA was orphan drug designation, potentially. No, rare pediatric disease designation for their drug.
YCBD.
So that's, I mean, that sounds good. That does sound good. Puts them in a new category, basically. So it's good for the overall company.
DNA.
Yeah, Works does need to close over 1. Posse did get a recent bid requirement. So there was a time where things would get that bid requirement and run that day. They're like, okay, let's just run it up then. KZIA had a nice accumulation looking daily though. It's up to about right here now. But yeah, looks good. It was holding 4 for days. But that news is pretty decent. It's not fantastic, but it's pretty decent. Okay, so you said KZIA last month got orphan drug designation. Now they got rare pediatric disease designation. Yeah, I feel like that's very similar. That's what I was thinking. That's why I said orphan drug at first, because it sounds so similar. That's a funny headline. WKEY and the China Museum of Finance extended their cooperation by creating the MetaFi Museum, which is not only a digital museum, but also a physical museum. Congratulations. I don't know, something about INN I do not trust. Feels like if it does go, they're just going to let it go through and then shove it right back under.
Scene. IFRX.
Let's see. QLGN had a partnership. SIEN got approved for their low plus profile projection breast implant, whatever that means.
GNLN. IINN. ALPP.
What the hell? Hey, Snacks, are you still in here? Or who else has TradeStation? Gotta ask you a question. If you're here, let me know. Wow, INN actually shoving through. Yo, JD, okay. Is your clock at the bottom right of the screen off? Mine's off, big time. Like by 30, 40 seconds. Like, off. So, right now, it's currently 9:02:15 right now, and it's showing 9:02:41. What in the hell do I do to fix that? What circle are you talking about? It's still off. I disconnected and reconnected. That is so weird. It's just now 9:03, and it's 9:03:26 on there. Oh, yeah. It's live. Yeah, I just did it again right there. Yeah, my system clock's right is the thing. That is the weirdest thing ever. It's already saying it's 9:04 right now. That is so strange. INN going, man. I did not see that happening. So I made the push through 209, 210, and yeah, I may have to clear the cache. I haven't in a few days. Yeah, let me do that real quick. I'm gonna switch to this cam. So my password don't pop up on accident.
FFIE.
We'll see what we got. If it's still off, I'll fix it later. Yeah, it's still off. That is the strangest thing ever. Wait. Maybe it is my system clock.
ABCT.
Why would my system clock be off? What a weird thing to happen during a stream. Like the weirdest possible thing to happen.
SYRS. PGY.
Maybe my computer needs to be restarted. I don't know. That is so weird. All right, we're back. My bad. Sorry for the distraction. I did not know your computer's internal clock could even get off because it's set by the internet. Apparently, you can indicate your battery needs charge on your motherboard. Didn't even know that was a thing. Maybe I'll just restart my computer after this. I haven't restarted my computer in a good while. Well, that was weird.
Some.
Probably in there somewhere. I don't specifically see it right now. Yeah, Boba, I had no idea motherboard had a battery. Man, INN is just doing it now. Horrible action up until 9. And then after 9, it looks like a normal stock. Look at the difference in the candles. Wiki, 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 ugly, wiki, trappy, nasty action. And then good volume, clean candles. Weird. Very weird. I am not build a computer techie. I am like program, like I'm good with computers, but like building the computer itself, I'm not good with. Yeah, it's probably in there somewhere. I'll try the old reset first. So I and an N. Let's look at the daily levels now that we've decided to break out. 269 to 200. So we're through this level. Yeah, this is going to be a big level, 250. You see it on the daily here, 250. And then you've also got the 200 at 269. So it's coming up on some resistance. It's at the 90% range now. So it could see a little resistance now that we've reached this level. But yeah, I mean, you see that the price action changed. You can see it in the candles. You can see it in the volume. You can see it everywhere. Just went straight up with good action. A little pullback, breakout, little pullback. Instead of huge wick. Smaller candles, tiny candles, and then it finally went. SFAT looks like it's stuck in place. Lola, Brad, can you please go over how you use level 2 ask bid to time your entries? Okay, so normally, and this is overextended now, but I will look at, say, this 32K bid. If I want to enter, say, 5,000 shares, I will wait to see this thing start to get eaten, which is getting walked down now. But I would wait to see the ask start to get eaten down so I know that it's real and I know it's getting smaller, and then take a position. At the same time, I want to see a bid underneath here to catch me. So if I need to get out, I can get out. So let's say, see, now it's looking negative the way it's moving down. But the way it was set up, 238 was on the ask, and there were two bids at 236 and 235. That's my exit point. And usually I'll wait, like I said, for it to start getting eaten, for the ask to start getting lower and like almost be destroyed before I'll enter. And that's where I miss the time. Sometimes it's a little bit delayed, or I'll say, oh, I missed it just then. You hear me say that a few times when I'm trying for a trade. But that means that the ask got eaten quicker than I could click the button. But they're walking this thing big down now. So right there, I just tried to time it up. The ask was starting to get eaten. And you see I have some bid support underneath. May end up getting out for even here, though. Yeah, they just keep stacking the ass now. Yep, I got out. Put the commentary. So you mean like make another YouTube video? Sure. Yeah, I like making these shorts out of the videos so I can, it's a quick cut. You guys can reference back to it a lot easier. But that's kind of what I'm looking for. It didn't work exactly in that scenario, but if you see a big ass walking down and keep walking down, and then it finally slows down and it stops, usually you can buy that ask up when it starts getting hit and you'll get a few cents on it. This one specifically did not work because it's got like a ton of selling pressure for some reason. But that's basically what I'm looking for when I'm trying to time entries or use level 2 to get in. I want to see an exit point on the bid side, but I want to see an entry point on the ask. So like right now, for example, I would rather wait to see it go through 230 than 229. Because 230 is like the whole psychological number with smaller ask above, when 229 isn't really as important because you got 230 coming up next. So like right here, for example, you would look for an entry if it started getting eaten on 230. I've got It's like $64 a month. I don't have futures. I don't have OTC, but I think I have all the books. For the data package.
GEVO.
So this will be an example of it right here. If the ass doesn't refresh, you see it go down like to 20 or 30, try to sneak in on that volume, push through. I think it might be the total view. I think it might be, JD.
RKT.
See, so 230 didn't have the ass lowering. It wasn't getting eaten at all. Now we're walking down. Works is still screwing around 90, 92, 93. SFET's getting no volume at all now. So we got about 15 minutes to the bell. If my clock's right, it's not, but about 15 minutes to the bell, and then we'll see what happens at open. We'll see if it's the things from yesterday or a couple days ago, and like CLVS, EFOI, or if it's today's new things with Works, INN, and SFET.
WTER.
See, the ass side's starting to look way heavier than the bid now. The bid's got a 17K and a 20K here, but it gets a little thinner as you go down towards 220. The ask is 40, 18, 30, 25, 35. So it's got more selling pressure on the ask than it does buying pressure on the bid. And that can flip. It's hard. You can't really use level 2 to perfection because somebody could always throw up an ask, or they can always put in a bid, or pull the bid, or pull the ask.
GNLN.
So I think chart and volume speaks more than level 2. But trying to time an entry, it's sometimes advantageous to use the level 2 like I was just talking about. COSM news. Agreement to acquire Life in LB. Yeah. It's a penny stock. That's why it's getting hit.
EOSE. MFH.
So nothing really moving up into the bell. Everything kind of selling back down to where it was, which is decent. It's not bad for the open. You don't want to see anything really below its load. But INN may have popped the top that it was looking to pop for the whole day there.
TGB. TXMT.
SFET still stuck in place. Works is still 94.95. Works chart doesn't look terrible. Ironing in, maybe breaking up at a little falling wedge on the 1. So yeah, we don't have much up into open, but we got a couple setups after open. See if they play out.
VOXL.
So this is pushing back up a little bit off of what looked like it was dying, but it did hammer back up to 20 on the 1. Now it's pushing up. With the way this thing's acted, I don't know if I even want to play INN today. Because it's either been straight up or straight down. There's no in between. There's no price action in between.
VTGN.
Yeah, that's about all we got to watch. So we're stuck in limbo here until after open, it looks like. I don't think anything's going to pop up till open. Works is pushing up a little. It's at 96 now. INN still hanging around the same level.
TRVI.
All right, yeah, Works is pushing up now towards 98, 99. $38K bid pushing it though on WORX. Thought I had it up right here, my bad.
RKT.
So that was short-lived. Now it's back down to 94 cents. INN on the 1 minute looks to be set up. I would rather have it dip, you know, maybe to 215 personally. Still got about 7 minutes to the bell. I'm going to take this opportunity while nothing's happening to go feed the dogs. So I'm going to feed the dogs, get everything ready for open. I'll be right back.
Iazeu. SIGA. LB. Look. SPRC. NEV. KTRA, WEAT. ABDL. YSG. COSN. EURN. COSM. IBIO, JAGX. Room. INFN.
All right, I have returned. Missed nothing here. Missed nothing here.
ASX. DCX.
So, EVFM, CLVS, Works, INN, SFET. That is what I will be watching. Switch over. Yeah, that's about all I see. Unless you guys see something different, that's about all that I see for open today. EVFM, today's the daily breakout level, really. I'd like to see that get the volume and push through today. Works. Went down to 90, pushing back up to 95. It's very thin, so yeah, you see it hit 95 now. It's hitting 91, so huge spread on that. All right, open here in just a second. I'm going to turn the volume down now a little bit on the music so that I can hear the scanner. Okay. I don't know what that noise is. I don't know why it keeps doing that. So INN up at the gate. I'm a little bit laggy at open. That usually happens. Won't be surprised if this candle ends red. EVFM 106, 107. I took a position 105 small. I risk a couple cents. INN looks like it's going straight up though. So I want to see EVFM go through 110 this morning. If it starts to sell back down, I'll just get out for even. But today is the day on the daily if it can get going for EVFM. Not getting a whole lot of volume yet. Through 107, then needs through 110, 115 level. But there we go, 108 now. INN, big pop at open. Straight on up. It's going to test 250, it looks like. My focus is just on EVFM right now. I thought it was going to dip, but it never really dipped. It opened low, so we're up to 109 now. 110. So good pop on the open on EVFM. I got 105 average. It's 110 now. $107's got an 80K bid. Pull it up right here for you guys. Do not want to see it reject the 110 level. I want to see it hold and push. Because today is the breakout day if it can get there. And I will not sell for a loss now. I'm going to sell for 106 if it gets down to that point. But there's a 70K bid here. Oh, sorry. 70K bid here. 13K bid here. Just wanted to see it get up through 110, test 115. It is early. May get a little selling pressure first, and that's fine. I can always re-enter. Hey, Jordan, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. So I really want to see this thing get the volume, push through 110, like become the play of the day. But INN's kind of still in the thunder at this very moment. SPY is up today, almost 0.5%, 383.50. So if that 108 starts getting sold on, I'll probably get out and look to re-enter maybe through 110. But I want to see the volume pick up a little bit. It's still low volume overall for EVFM. Green volume, but low. I want to see it really take over as the play of the day today. Okay, so the bid refreshed a little bit on 108 for us. I want to see it get up through 109 to 110 here. If the FOMC is good today, Jordan, I think that SPY's got a good chance of going up to 390 soon. 390 to 395. Okay, EVFM through 110, up to 112 now. Yesterday's high was 115. Might take a quarter off here, but this is just the daily breakout level, man. That's why I'm I'm so optimistic about this because, like, look at this daily. It just looks like ready to roll. Works is pushing now. Works up to 98. EVFM testing 112 again. Yeah, what entices me so much on EVFM is just that daily. It's just set up. It's ready to roll. That's why I took it right out the gate. I was looking for maybe a dip towards 1, but it didn't dip at all, so I just took my 105 entry. So 112 getting eaten, looks like. Okay, 113, 114. So I'm going to take 25% off right here. So I took 25 of my 10,000 off. So profit is locked a little bit now. Need to get up through the 115 level.
ACLX MTNB AVK SWYR
113 on the ask. It's got good buying pressure so far. I'll probably sell another quarter, so another 2,500 if it gets down and start retesting 110. But I'd like to say just blow through 115 here. Okay, 113 getting hit. 34K on the ask, 37K on the ask, 40K on the ask. Okay, they ate up a little bit of it. Down to 25, 24. Okay, I took another 25% off there. So I've got 5,000 of my original 10,000 shares left. I think I'm going to do a 108 stop. They just flushed it to get stops there, it looks like. But I still got 5,000 shares. No problem. No problem.
FNHC KAL MBO IINN No Plus Veru
I almost forgot the most important part of the day. My bad. My bad.
BJDX
Got to get my Dr. Pepper in.
IMGN
So still riding EVFM. Looks good. I got my stop set at 108. And I have it set there because it's below a 70K bid, which I would hope would be the support that holds. Already locked in half. INN still pushing higher. So the 1 minute is actually looking decent intraday now. So we went up. It did have a wick, but it had a pullback to the 20 on the 1, hammered up back above the 9, and now pushing high of day. Flip over to the overall market for a second. SPY pushed up, but is now selling off a little bit. I don't really see it making a move today. Like it might go up, down a little bit and then get hammered back up, go down a little bit, hammer back up. But I don't see it making a dramatic move just because the FOMC is later today. Unless, I mean, somebody knows something. Then you could see a dramatic move. But normally these are just stuck in a range day. Not really a trend day. Normally. Not always. So INN. Wicking a little bit up here. No 5-minute candles closed over 257. Or no 1-minute candle, I'm sorry. Up 105% on the day. So it is our top gainer. It says ENJYW, but that's just a warrant.
ODD.
Veru just won't die. Veru is absolutely ridiculous.
ARQT.
Veru straight up.
Veru.
EVFM up to 113 now. Again. So we held the range we needed to hold. We're going to see this push a little bit higher now, up towards 115 level. 114 now on the ask.
ENJY. DRTSW.
Not interested in that. Works looks like it ended up failing out the gate really hard. See what SFET did. Okay, so it's dead. So everything besides I and an N from today has failed. That's why we get the EVFM push so far. Where's CLVS at? Oops. So CLVS, it did have a pop it open, but it did not sustain the pop. It's going to need through 250. So through 250, it's got a good chance of pushing. It needs to hold 230, 240. Okay, hive day on EVFM right now, 115. Here's the big test. But look, I mean, the daily's just, and I hate to base everything just off a chart, because of course you need all those stars to align. But the daily on this is just perfect. It's perfect. Especially if it can get high volume today. But as you see, 116, 117, we're pushing through. So if we can get through 120, 125, we're good to go. May take another quarter off at like 119 just because that's resistance level. And I can always play around a core. I can always re-enter on a dip the position that I scaled at the top. Still got good buying pressure here so far. See, through 118, through 119. Oh, it's through 120. That's huge. That's huge. 125 now. 40K bid coming through. So we have 105 on this still, 105. And I scaled logically, but we got a good push up. So I'm actually taking my 25% right there. And now I got 2,500 that I can just let ride for a little bit now. So good trade so far. It's nice when you have a daily that's absolutely perfect to read. But that was a big push through. When you see the volumes accelerating now. Look at this 5-minute volume. Veru also going absolutely nuts. So we're up about 20% here on this position on EVFM. 18%.
HTCR EOSE Win ENJY.
Today was the day, and we got it. We got it. We nailed it. So I really don't want to see this go very low. You know, you don't want to see like a full death zone. So maybe like 114 stop or 113 stop maybe for me for now. Just move up the profit stop, make sure I lock in profit. But also, as you see, I was scaling up there near like on the parabolic push through. You scale some out because that's when like the FOMO is coming in and the shorts are covering. Veru straight up, absolute straight up, no entry, no nothing. 1 minute, straight up. They love playing Veru. The algos must have just got turned on this today because it is just straight up, no rhyme or reason, and all the level 2 you can see it going through is hundreds, 100, 100, 100, 100, all the way through.
TNB. Demon. No plus.
Uh-oh. Where did my button thing go? It literally got lost in the void. Oh my god, that's so frustrating. Well, I got my stop set. I'm gonna have to restart the whole program now.
KBNT. TMBR. ENJY. GRU. Moho.
That's the thing about having up multiple screens and, multiple things popping up at once is you get something that goes in between your screens that's literally gone forever. Just gets eaten by the screen. So somehow that was trapped in the void between my middle screen, which I use for the screen share and the live trading, and my other screen. But we're coming back up already. Quick transition here. There we go. So EVFM come down to the 9 on the 1. I'm actually going to move my stop down 1 to 114. Now, if it's truly going to have a big breakout today, it does need to hold around, from 110 to 115 level and push higher. SINT on the scanner. Bit huge spread. Just getting front loaded, looks like. ENJY did it. Out the gate. Went up to 60, so 60 is the res now, and he's through 60. Works failed. Looks like EVFM is bouncing back over 120 now, so we're good to go there. If we can get through 125, I don't see any reason that this can't go test 140. And maybe gap fill 165. It's going to need sustained, consistent volume, but it's got the chart to test 145, 150, 165. SIGA, monkeypox on the scanner. SPY went red now, but it's not red by much. SIGA just had a pop, from 1250 to 1320. I don't see anything monkeypox related. But hey, we got a good trade on stream today. Had something that I liked, that I was watching it to open. Held what I needed to hold through open. It didn't hammer down off of 1, but it held the 105 zone, and we got all the way up to 125 already. I would like it to hold this wick of 117, but I think it could come down to 115. If it goes below 114, 113, it's looking a little worse. So you want to see it hold this level. Anything else I'm missing, guys? Those that are watching? And I want to say once again, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for being here the whole time with me. We're coming up on 9:50, so we've been here for almost 2 hours. You guys stuck with me the whole time. Really appreciate that. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the input, the comments, subscribing to the channel. Everything helps the channel out, so I really appreciate it, guys. All right, we're pushing back up now, 123.
HTCR. SIGH. More.
So I could have taken my re-entry, trade around a core position down here, but I didn't. Still got the 105 average, testing 124 now. So we're up really nicely, 18%-ish. Volume, not extremely high, but still high average. So almost a million every 1 minute, which is really big. And that's how you take out these big asks, is that much volume. SIGA still pushing. Maybe that was getting some sympathy off of Veru. They're kind of the same. When I think of Veru moving, I think of SIGA, kind of the same type, $12 to $15 range stock that just continues higher. INN could push higher here if it gets through 250. Just be careful of a 2021 candle. What I mean by that is a breakthrough and then fail.
RPTX.
That's just a term that we coined in MTA, was the 2021 candle, because last year that's all that happened. You got up to breakout zones, you broke through it by a couple cents, and then failed by 30 cents. So that's what we call the 2021 candle.
LTCH.
Anybody's first time in the stream today? First time showing up? Hope you're enjoying it if it is. 125 now. We're testing Hive Day here, EVFM.
ENJY.
Through this level will be open waters for us. So through 125 is where we pretty much are clear to 145 on the chart. Doesn't mean it's going to go there. Doesn't mean it's going to go to 126. I mean, it could break through 125, refresh, and come back down. But the daily chart is set up for these levels. And we're doing this on lower volume. So if the volume keeps trickling in today, we're going to make a big move. Justin, welcome in. First time here. Nice. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you like it.
SIGA.
I'm curious if I'm picking up people from YouTube algorithm or if I'm just getting it through Twitter. I mean, it doesn't really matter either way, but both platforms have got good algorithms that can bring people to the stream. And I'm trying to give good content, not only super serious stock content, but we talk about whatever. If it's slow, we'll talk about Powerade, Dr. Pepper, candy, what we did for the weekend, high noon. But then at the same time, we get trades where I'm walking through step by step. So this is the breakthrough candle they're trying to shove it down. Let's see if the buyers come back in. So that was a big breakout candle that should have been the breakout, and it got shorted. So as you see, you got the upper wick now selling back down below. So the VWAP and the 20 on the 1 are both 118 now. So I think I'm going to move my stop up one more time to 117. Just continue moving that profit stop up, locking profits higher and higher as these levels move up. Still holding the 9 on the 1, testing 125 again. So this specific candle with higher red volume did not kill it yet. The buyers could still step up, come through, test 126 again, and then it'll be like it never happened. So
More. ACRX. Kano.
Sega still pushing straight up. 1371 now. GovX getting a little bit of sympathy volume from it, but not a whole lot right now. GOVX, that was one that ran with it before on the monkeypox news. I think TNXP was the other one, like the third tier one. But they're not really getting any action off of it right now. I think it's because SIGA is kind of doing its own thing, and it's not really monkeypox related that I saw.
SIGA.
So as of right now, it looks like it's going to come down and test 120 on EVFM. SIGA trying to magnet to 14, looks like. And that's, I mean, this is coming up on the daily breakout level for SIGA. Let me pull that up. I got my stop in EVFM, so I don't really have to stare at it constantly. But SIGA straight up on the 1, all green volume, daily level, starting to break out. It really is starting to break out. So 14 is a big level. It was only up to 14 a couple times, and one time was a gap up, sell down. The other time was a push through and sell down the end at 1365. But it is up to 14 right now. So 14 is a big level. It should see some resistance at 14. Yeah, so 25% on the position, Jordan. I'm going to read this out. Is there a certain percentage you aim for? I heard you say you made 25% earlier. Is that your goal? So on a position, I'm playing the play basically on EVFM. I'm letting it play out. I'm moving my stops up. 25% is great, but it doesn't mean I'm up 25% on my account. It was just 25% on a position that I had. Now, if I was in full position and made 25% on my whole account, that's insane. That's a huge, massive day, which I didn't do. But 25% on a trade is great. But now that's where I scaled out most. I've only got a quarter of my position left, and I'm just riding it up with a stop. Yeah, so I've made 25% on this particular position from 105. What's that? 20%. From 105 to 126 is about 20%. But that doesn't mean I'm up 20% on my whole account, just on a position that I took. But we're up now, high day 127. EVFM working out really nicely. So I did notice on the daily, it does have a little bit of resistance. On the wicks here, there's a couple wicks around 130, 132, but I don't really see that slowing down much. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Jordan. And a lot of people ask me if I'm holding for like a particular target or a particular dollar amount, and most of the time my answer is just I play the play. And as you see here, I'm just letting EVFM breathe. I scaled at scale points, so I scaled originally around 110, and then I scaled around 120. But now I'm just letting it ride, giving it room. It's holding the 9 on the 1. So honestly, I could move my stop up now to 121 because that would be trend break. The higher high, higher low, but that would be trend break under 122. So I can move up to 121 and still continue to let it breathe. 150 is a big level, though, that I would probably look to start scaling. But it may reject off 130, may not go any higher, but we're just moving things up as we go. Still good buying pressure, good solid volume on the 1 minute candles, almost a million per candle. So 130 retest, there's 200K on the ask, but with a million per candle, that's really not too bad, not too bad at all. We are coming up on 10 a.m., but I'm going to trade through 10 a.m. today, just because we are in a trade. So I'll let this trade play out first. You guys can see like what I end up doing as we break through or if we start to fall down. I could honestly probably go 124 because that was the previous breakout zone, but I'm going to leave it for now. I think 190 is going to get shredded right here. It looks like it at least. Unless some big sellers come in, I think 129 is, or 130 is done for.
SMTI.
So 170K on the ask, 160. Okay, a little bit of sound there.
ENJY. AGFS. EOSE.
AGFS has news.
Way.
Approval of Smart Fresh Inbox, whatever that means.
AGFS. EOSE.
So we got 4 1-minute candles in a row that couldn't break 130. Only so many can pull that off without it pulling back. So now it's getting tight in between the 9 on the 1 and the resistance of 130.
Gain.
But we're still holding trend, still holding the 9 on the 1. At any moment, big green volume could come through on the 1 minute and push it right through 130. But we are pulling back a little bit. Wow, every wick that comes down, a bidder comes in. Your merch came? Or it shipped? Okay, sweet. That's awesome. Yeah, it ships pretty fast. So I ordered mine through Streamlabs, and it came, I feel like, within like 5 to 10 days. And they have to print it. So I got a hat, and I got a fridge magnet and a shirt for now. Okay, so we're holding it down on the 1. Every time it touches it, it gets bought up. And this is a fantastic gain on a trade in this market. Didn't used to be, but it is fantastic for right now. And I will take it every single day.
OPRX. ENJY.
There was a time that I would have bought, 50,000 down here at 105. Or even more. And been up 5 grand here, 10 grand here. But you can't do that now. You can't expect anything to go 1 cent higher. So take your gains as they come. And that's about it. So we got a few bottom wicks at 126 level. I am going to move my stop up now to 124. ARTW, profitable second quarter, 16% revenue increase for the first 6 months of fiscal 2022. Not necessarily, just because the daily looks so good. Okay, so it just got me out. So my original position is now sold. All right, that's that. So, I mean, this could still hold 120, it can hold VWAP, could bounce from here, but overall, that specific trade, the trend I was trading, is done. And that's that. And you can see the trend line right here. It just broke below it. So that's that. I'm out. I made 20% or so. Made a good gain on it. And I'm done with it. Maybe I'll look for another re-entry. Maybe I'll look for a trend line. Maybe I'll look for VWAP. But for now, that specific trade I'm done with. And I'm going to call it right here on that.
GLYC.
So guys, I will say thanks for being here again. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. A little bit slower morning. We had a couple moves. You saw EVFM. We got a 20% move out of it. So that's probably one of the best trades we've had on the stream. Appreciate the likes, the comments, everybody that showed up today, everybody that hung out, stuck with me the whole time. And if you're new, hope you liked it. Hope you come back. We're going to do this every single day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. But for now, I am done. Hope you guys have a great rest of your trading day. And I will see you back here tomorrow morning. Peace.